What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the puck is breaking, they score!
Für die Kamera.
Kamera hat's. Hier.
EV Zug is very much on a roll. 2 road wins last week put the Swiss atop CHL Group B, and today they look to consolidate their advantage against Grizzlys Wolfsburg. The opening face-off at the Bossard Arena is just a few minutes away. Hello again, everyone. I'm Darren Kilfera, and Zug is actually on a 6-game competitive winning streak. The first 4 of those wins won Zug its 2nd Swiss title in a row, rallying them from a 3-0 deficit to win the NL playoff finals against ZSA Zurich. Zug has often flattered to deceive in the CHL knockout stage, but for the moment, their position in the group stage looks very, very secure. The Grizzlies appearing in their third ever Champions Hockey League tournament. See both teams on their respective blue lines for the CHL anthem and then the two national anthems here at the Bossard Arena. 7th highest average attendance here in the CHL last season. As you see the Zug lineup, one change to last week's team, defenseman Dario Vutric replacing Livio Stadler. Stadler and Lino Marchini scored goals in both games last week. But Nicholas Hansen had a goal and 5 assists and leads the CHL in scoring. He wears their top scorer's jersey. Louis Schinko wears the Wolfsburg top scorer's jersey. More on the two lineups in a moment, but let's get those national anthems. First the German anthem and then the Swiss. And both teams just about ready to go. Our two referees in this game, Martin Jobagi of Slovakia and Daniel Kuchacek, who refereed the 2018 CHL final, won by Victor Vestula over the Vecqua Lakers. And two linesmen, one from the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, one from the French-speaking part of Switzerland. And we are right now in the German-speaking part of Switzerland with Leonardo Giannoni. Again, getting the start between the pipes for Zug. Second all-time in CHL goaltender wins with 27. Trying to catch Danny Alsteinbergen of Red Bull Munich in the near future. And as for Wolfsburg, reigning DEL goalie of the year, Dustin Strahlmeyer gets his second CHL start in a row ahead of Justin Pogge. Canadian back to the bench again. Strahlmeyer 16 saves on 18 Olympia Ljubljana shots. Back on the 4th of September, you see coach of the visitors, Mike Stewart, the dual Canadian and Austrian citizen, born in Calgary, but has spent plenty of time in Europe. And Dan Tangnes, the Norwegian head coach of Zug since 2018, won the Swiss Cup with the club in his first season, and then the last 2 seasons, NL title winners in Switzerland. They've only ever won 3 Swiss League championships, Zug, but 2 of them in back-to-back seasons under Tangnes' leadership. Grizzlies in their home orange jerseys. Now you don't clash with the Zug home blues. And Zug can really establish an almost insurmountable lead on top of Group B with another win here this evening. The other game in this group already underway. Scores about details regarding Olympia versus TPS Turku momentarily. Let's get this show on the road. Face off won by Zug, and here we go. And very quickly offside, only 9 seconds in. I'll give you that score then. It's 1-1 between Olympia and TPS. Alexander Magavac scoring a surprise opener for the Slovenian club, but Ruben Rafkin equalizing at the 12:43 mark of the first period. We will keep you up to date on that game and all the other games across the CHL. 8 of them today, and a good chunk of them already in action. In fact, just the one game still to kick off. Eisbären Berlin home to Belinda Gothenburg. That game starting in about 15 minutes time. As Wolfsburg back into their own zone. Trying to dodge the check, Yannick Merzer near corner. Wolfsburg able to clear the puck as far as the Zug zone. Back with it there is Niklas Hansen. CHL points leader in the top scorer's jersey. Surprising to have a defenseman record 4 assists against the Grizzlies in the previous fixture between these two sides. A goal and an assist in the 4-0 win at TPS Turku as well did Hansen. Back to the point. Great shot in front. It hit off of a Wolfsburg body. That of Nolan Zajac. But Zug again trying their luck. The pad save made by Straubmeier. Long outlet pass by Red Rock Shiny doesn't come off, and then Louis Shinko in the top scorer's jersey for the visitors was offside. So nice deflection. Save made Straubmeier. Straight with the puck well. And Mike Stewart, no doubt worried by what happened from the first game at the Ice Arena Wolfsburg between these two sides. 5-2 victory for Zug. Wolfsburg following that up with a 7-2 win over Olympia. As such, still in very decent shape. Straubmeier pushes far corner. Back from Spencer Makacek, the Grizzlies captain. Nice job pinching those semi-Kreis near boards for Zug. Singer digging. Zug winning the puck back. Worked on nicely by Fabrice Herzog, but only temporarily. Puck up to Makacek. Knocks in, and the retreat to his bench for a change. Just over 2 minutes gone in the opening period. Dario Vutric changes course. Back behind his cage. Gives the puck away. Grizzlies on the prowl. Fabio Bold across ice pass. Nice job to tiptoe in front, but Giannone able to make the save on Jordan Murray. Murray, the New Brunswick native of Canada. His second season with the Grizzlies, his third in Europe. After a season with Dinamo Riga and HV71 Jönköping. Using a smart glove save out of Giannone, clean sight line and good positioning at the top of his crease. Hofmann breaks up the left wing, now moves centrally towards Zug, drops off well enough for Geiser. Push in front by Hofmann goes wide after picking up a good position in the low slot. Grizzlies clear back to Geiser, who played his second straight World Championship in the summer. Hofmann swivels far boards into Simeon. Darius Simeon leaves for Geiser. That puck deflected up into the back glass. Wolfsburg scrambles the puck clear briefly, but reversed the cross ice pass. Made by Nolan Zajac. His first CHL season, the Canadian Zajac. Zug still pressuring. Into the corner, and Brian O'Neill, the two-time American Olympian. Out of the ice goes Dustin Jeffrey. Nicely waved off, never made it to the Zug goal line, so he's supposed to try and break out, but that puck just tipped into the camera position on on the near side of the ice. As you see, Brian O'Neill led Jokeritz in the KHL in points and assists last season. 9 goals, 33 assists for the Finnish club, whose status is very much in limbo at present. Not taking part in this current KHL season, and some suggestions that they might want to move back into the Finnish domestic league structure. Of course, obvious geopolitical reasons why that might be the case at the minute. Pass near side, a good one to Price. Plays in front, and Strahlmeyer able to make the save, denying Yannick Zander a second goal in as many games against the German club. Zander a goal and an assist on game day 1. He had plenty of net to shoot at, but Strahlmeyer, left pad along the ice, was good enough. Stop the puck, just couldn't elevate it, Zander. Zander made 2 national team appearances for Switzerland last season, but not fit for the World Championship side, as Brett Rakshani, 2-time CHL title winner Rakshani with Linda Gothenburg, trying to start something up for Wolfsburg. Zug out of their zone through Christian Hughes, the Swede. And good penetration, this by Sven Leuenberger. Placed to the front of the net, but puck trapped along the ice by Strahlmeyer. Strahlmeyer played his first IIHF World Championship game in May, a victory over Kazakhstan. Only stopped 18 of 22 shots, but it was good enough to get the result in a 5-4 victory. Germany had a very good group stage at the World Championships before going down in the quarterfinals to the Czech Republic. Attempted centering pass deflected back into the Zug zone. And fetching is Butrich. Dropped off for Hofmann. Gets through a couple of players well. Knocked off by Price. Chance here, and they score! It's Dario Simeon. A man very familiar scoring goals in the Champions Hockey League. That his 19th career tally, and it's 1-0 for Zug. Simeon dragging the puck back. Suddenly a load of space left to him in the low slot. Yannick Merzer collapsing. Couldn't get back into the slot in time to stop Simeon from pulling the trigger. And Simeon moving into solo 7th in career Champions Hockey League goals in the all-time stat sheet. Simeon, who played 1 game for his national team in Beijing in the Olympics back in February. Also featured more regularly at the Worlds in the summer for Switzerland. Puck pushed far side. Here they come again. Juice centering. Kicks a made rerun in the slot, but it's picked away. Turning backwards goes Zajac. Wolfsburg rocked on their heels. Simeon from Hofmann and Price. The 4:47 mark of the opening period. Herzog turns backwards. Nice entry pass to set up Zander, but the puck scooped up by Strahlmeyer easily enough this time. Yannick Zander, it was his first ever CHL goal in his 24th CHL game on opening day for Zug. Face-off draw, one back to the point, and Geiser, the defenseman, into the corner. Plenty of support, into the pass, long shot, and deflected over the glass toward the far corner. 14:09 left in the first period. Very, very bright start for the Group B leaders on home ice. First final almost upon us. the Czech Republic in today's CHL slate. Outfield HK leading Grenoble 3-2. 3-goal middle period for the Czechs. The runners-up in this competition back in 2020. Decent crowd in the Bossard Arena this evening. Some of whom may have their attention on other things around the world. The Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, Queen of the United Kingdom, has just died a very short time ago. Don't think that's what they're probably checking here in Switzerland. The puck deflected to the near side boards. Geiser digging, getting the puck. Bumped into Lukacha, but still maneuvering back toward the left point. Now into Centelo. Snapshot taken. And the puck, or is it? He jumped over the glass again. Very short glass in the Bossard Arena as we come to our first power break of the night. Early goal by Dario Simeon, giving Zug a 1-0 lead.
Hey, what's the plan on the face-off? Take the body, we win pucks, heavy sticks. Start with the battle you're in, okay? Win that battle, then win the next one, we build. We need a good shift right here, let's fucking go. Take him to the outside then. Yeah? Yeah. Take him to the outside then.
Well, Zug, 6 shots to 1 thus far. And very much value for money with their 1-0 lead. Still continuing to make all the running as Mercer for the Grizzlies do well to escape their zone, but even with Zug having all this offensive pressure, still getting back well defensively when required. Spot above it here, though, sharp angle shot. Rattles around the boards to the near point. Behind the net was Lucas Dumont. Back to the left point, and Giannoni squeezes the pads together. Save made on the shots by Murray. Murray, who spent 4 years in the American Hockey League, mostly with the Belleville Senators, Ottawa's principal farm club. Wolfsburg wins the draw. Fabio Foll to the front of the net, and Giannoni does well with Thomas Reichel. Close proximity. Reichel, his first CHL season. You'll perhaps know his uncle Robert. 1998 Olympic gold medalist with the Czech Republic, a long NHL career. Drawn to the left to Giannoni, looking smart. The 5-time Jacques Plante Award winner is the best goaltender in Switzerland. Over skating Simeon, the goal scorer for Zug. Valentino close, reaching out with one hand on his stick, but Hughes does well. And Hoffman got himself in a tangle. Wolfsburg trying to counter. Giannoni into the trapezoid. That steer past the right point, and Bjorn Krupp. Lukacha. Chance here. Pass missed Reichel. But still, the Grizzlies buzzing around the Zug zone. Left for Krupp, his shot off the backboards, attempt to bank in, doesn't come off. Centering pass and a very calm and collected cover by Giannoni. Few players tangling outside Giannoni's crease. played in his second Olympic Games in Beijing recently. 8 times a World Championship goaltender with the Swiss national team. And a 1.40 goals against average in last year's National League playoffs in Switzerland. Many other honors which we can and might well go through as the game goes along for Giannone. He's a real workhorse as well. He just loves to play almost every game. He looked offside and was, as Petr Ceflatic caught his hand in the cookie jar coming in on the left wing. Ceflatic, by the way, scored a goal back in the 2015 CHL final for Luleå when they defeated Frölunda Gothenburg 4-2. A long journey. He's part of the Slovak national team that won the bronze medal, their first ever Olympic medal in Beijing, defeating Sweden in the bronze medal game after losing to Finland in the semifinals. Nice job by Zug disrupting Grizzlies' passage forward. That shot is meat and drink to Strahlmeier, and taken by Herzog, another 2-time recent Olympian on the ice in this game. Sharp angle shot, no screen. That's never going to get past Strahlmeier. But still another attack zone draw for Zug as they continue to look the likelier team to score the next goal here at the Bossard Arena. Murray's pass far side all the way down the ice. No icing. Rakshani does well to win the puck. Softly over to Dustin Jeffrey. Pacek. Centering effort, but Rakshani forced below the goal line. Pass whipped back to the point on Mercer. Not sure if that was meant as a shot or a pass. It comes to the point, and the shot almost snuck under Giannone. But skittered into the near side corner. There is Kreis for Zug. Now Mercer, former Adler Mannheim youth player, part of the Grizzlies' defensive ranks in this game as Brown centers. Giannone tries to cover but can't. Puck still loose, and they score! Fortuitous bounce. Was it J.C. Baudin or Laurent Brown getting the biscuit in the basket, and Wolfsburg striking back to tie this game up? Well, that came against the run of play. Dumont dug the puck free. Several players close to the net. We'll see it from this angle. Dumont. It's poked in by Brown. Laurent Brown, the former CHL player with Eisbären Berlin. He scored in the first game between these sides. He scores again. Zug, wind in their sails now. Zug go through center ice. The chip for Hoffman to chase. Supporting deep from Simeon. Hoffman well back to the right point, and Geiser. Bouncing puck swatted at by Strahlmeier, and Grizzlies come away with the puck through Zajac. Geiser back for Zug as we pass the halfway mark of this first period. Ceflatic shooting, but that gloved down by Strahlmeier, no problem at all. Look at the goal again. Giannone just couldn't cover there when he had the chance. Good work, to be fair, by Dumont. Official word on the goal. Brown from Baudin and Dumont at the 9:17 mark. Zug trying again, shot from distance, deflected to the corner. Attempted pass by Full didn't come off, but close picked up. Now near point Reichel. And that deflected over the glass. Another whistle. The puck this time in the Zug zone. Quick look at the other CHL scores. It has gone final in the Czech Republic. Mountfield HK defeating Grenoble 3-2. Tampere, a 2-0 advantage late in the third over Slovan Bratislava on home ice. And the team that Tampere defeated, or lost to rather, in the final back in March in the previous CHL tournament. Rögle, they have a 6-1 lead in the third over Fehérvár AB19, the Hungarian club, making its CHL debut this season. Red Bull Munich leading Rapperswil Jona, another Swiss side, involved tonight, 2-1. And TPS Turku has just taken a 2-1 lead at Olympia in Slovenia as Schenko drops off for Wolfsburg. Zajac tried to center, played toward the net, but cut out by Hansen. Now Murray. So the Grizzlies look to break out, but that off the skate of Rakshani. Hughes flips to Denisko. Luka Denisko below the goal line of the Wolfsburg zone. Leaves there for Leuenberger. Decent atmosphere. Both sets of fans making noise here in German-speaking Switzerland at the moment. Marchini to the point. Long shot, and that's stuck right to Strahlmeyer. Found that puck very well through traffic.
Yep. Let's go.
Honors even thus far. Grizzlies back into the game from a shots on goal perspective to some extent. It's now 8-5 for Zug.
Jay, you're going back.
Zug, the quarterfinalists in this competition, losing to Mountfield HK in 2020 when they reached the CHL final. In fact, Zug, in each of the last 4 CHLs, they have gone out at the hands of either the winner or the eventual runner-up in that year's competition. Centering effort by Hoffman to the far side, and now Baudin forward for Wolfsburg up the left wing. Simeon holds. Now Hoffman. 15 career CHL goals for Hoffman. Not too far behind Simeon, although Simeon extending that advantage among club mates with his tally here in this first period. O'Neill into the corner, puck goes far side to Hutrick. Then Brian O'Neill kind of leaves the puck. Rakshani just about able to force past the blue line. A little body work as well from Makacek. Spencer Makacek, who has exactly 100 career goals in the German DEL. Other end of the ice. Herzog peels back to the right point. Attempted passing maneuver. Zander. Good position to receive the effort. And now the puck will trickle in on goal as Herzog miscontrolled slightly. Just in time to take another quick break. Dario Simeon opening the scoring, but Loudon Brown striking back for Wolfsburg. The Bossard Arena. It's 1 goal apiece.
Embrace those small things now. We did so well first 10 minutes of the game here. Clear intentions in everything we do. Senti, it's a plan. It's a plan. Face off. Hey, tell them to be close to each other.
Give me Mo Arch Retro ready. Mo Arch Retro.
Some TV time for the visiting fans at the Bossard Arena. Not sure why they're grimacing. Their team is starting to acquit themselves very well. Try and break forward. Puck dumped in by Tyler Morley. Neisser gets there first but gives away, and the effort just diverted wide. J.C. Baudin taking the snapshot. Zug now. Sentler centers. Puck stuck at the skates of Simeon. Now tiptoeing in deep is Price, but a whistle. And what I believe is our first penalty of the game, called by Daniel Pichakse. Sander for Zug going to the sin bin. An unusual occurrence in the CHL tonight with a German referee and a German away team. Pichakse, 47-year-old, is actually based in the Swiss National League. He counts as a domestic referee, fitting with the normal requirements of having one visiting referee and one home ref for each CHL game. The linesmen usually come from host country. Wolfsburg onto the power play. Kochik in front. Giannoni, what a stop that is. Denying Darren Archibald on the doorstep. Kochik did ever so well, and Archibald, see the closing effort of Giannoni to try and narrow the angle down ever so slightly. But I think Archibald will know he had an opportunity there to give his team the lead. Still, Wolfsburg continues to skate 5-on-4. Perimeter passing, back up to the point, play to the front of the net, and again, Giannoni stopping with Archibald lurking. Grizzlies were 1 for 4 on the power play against Zug last week on home ice. 0 for 3 against Olympia Sunday. And Grizzlies must build from the back as Murray holds. Nice job coming forward, but the shot disrupted at the crucial moment. Great back checking by Kreis for Zug. And the Swiss clear the puck forward. Win it back as well through Kovarj, and now the puck out of play with just under 1 minute left in the Wolfsburg power play. Exactly 5 minutes left in the period. You see it was actually Seflarek on the back check. Just a little bump of the leg, not enough for a hooking call, but enough to put the shooter off. Grizzlies win the face-off draw to Zajac. He was tied up, but still releases to Baudin. He gives away though. O'Neill, and a shimmy, and then the clearance. Once again, Zajac goes back. Shinko. Shinko can't trick his way into the corner. O'Neill again helping clear. Zajac, 24 seconds left in the man advantage. Giveaway though. Boyenberger had to pause, but does well shorthanded. Back to Klingberg. Carl Klingberg, the two-time Swedish Olympian, part of the two penalty killing units. Strahlmeyer way out of his crease. Wolfsburg about out of time. This power play is now over. We skate 5 aside. Just onside. Full is bumped, picking up the pieces. Sentler. Far side comes Sander. Twisting back to the point. The long shot off the leg of Reichel. Wolfsburg. Into the corner is Schlumpf. Slow motion play. And Spring Street, can't she get a shot off? They can't. Gross couldn't release, but Schlumpf with support. Far corner for Zander. Zander cutting in front, as was Schlumpf. But Sue couldn't get a stick on it. Still it's Zander in the corner. Zander tied up, penalty forthcoming with the shot over the crossbar. Centler then spun down to the ice, but we get the whistle and we get the first Wolfsburg penalty of the game. That's what concerted attack zone pressure can do to a team. And into the penalty box for the Grizzlies goes Fabio Foll, 26-year-old who was the DEL Rookie of the Year back in the 2015-2016 season. Played in the first ever CHL tournament with the Cologne Sharks, or Colonel High, if you prefer. Clean face-off win the shot, though deflected off the skates of Brown. Goal scorer for the Grizzlies is another effort missing the target over the Bittner. And the Grizzlies able to clear as far as the Zug zone. Hughes picks up. Zug 1 of 8 in the CHL on the power play thus far this season, and the Grizzlies have killed off 6 or 7 attempts against them. Christian Hughes, the Stanley Cup winner with the Washington Capitals, Hughes back in 2018. Klingberg banks off the backboards. Hoffman into the slot. Simeon. Then Hoffman, good passing. Kovarj leaves that shot, though, off the body of Archibald. He crumples to the ice. Kovarj the dish. Simeon, they play catch. The rising shot over the crossbar. And indeed the glove of Strahlmeyer. All the way back down into the Zug zone as Archibald hobbles off the ice. 46 seconds left in the Zug 5-on-4. Herzog, cross-ice pass, but a short-handed chance for Dumont. Dumont, though, slightly overskated. Zug now, some open ice, but just not collecting the pass cleanly. Was Sefladic. Cross corner dump in. 20 seconds left in the Zug power play. And now Dumont the clearance. Good job. Penalty killing by Wolfsburg. One last 5-on-4 rush forthcoming. O'Neill squeezes into the corner that centers. That was cut out with one back. Back to 5 aside with a minute left in this opening period. A decent period too as Mercer up to Rakshani. Rakshani's teammate Ryan Button in this game. His opponent back in the 2019 CHL final when Button was playing for Red Bull Munich. Grizzlies trying to take a late lead in the period. They do! I think it was Tyler Morley. In off the wall, zipping the puck past Giannoni. It's 2-1 for the Grizzlies. With just 36 seconds left on the clock. Morley, Rakshani got there first. Dropped off for Morley. And Giannoni just beaten glove side. Rakshani, his first CHL point this season. 36th in his CHL career in 37 games played now. So the Grizzlies rocked back on their heels for so much of this first period. Could well get to the intermission ahead, although that shot from the slot was a real Zug opportunity. Klingberg leaves in the corner, 19 seconds left, back to the point, but over the line. Geiser couldn't keep in the Wolfsburg zone. Is Morley from Rock-Shawnee at 19:24 of the period, giving Wolfsburg the lead. And how important any result in this game would be for the Grizzlies. Shaping up right now to be a potential two-way fight for the second place spot in this group. Of course, a long way to go still. The Grizzlies in front in Switzerland. At the red line, Vedin tried to hack on. Giannoni, the final touch of the period over to use. That is that for the opening 20 minutes. Some chippiness right at the whistle between Full and Use. But Simeon's goal canceled out by those of Brown and Morley at the end of one period from the Bossard Arena. Surprise scoreline, Grizzlies Wolfsburg 2, EV Zug 1.
Mario Simeon. Der Aufbau über Janik Möser. Laurin Braun. Wieder zur Mitte, nicht ungefährlich. Und das war eine gute Chance. Das ist der Ausgleich. 10. Spielminute. Die Grizzlies aus Wolfsburg gleichen. So 1:1. Hier trifft Genoni die Scheibe nicht unter Kontrolle. Dann kommt sie hier gefährlich vors Tor. Und am Ende steht Laurin Braun ganz einfach Goal. Richtig. Gute Aktion von Dumont. Scheibe zur Mitte gebracht. Das ist alles andere als ein Dario Simeon. Der Aufbau über Janik Möser. Lauri Braun. Wieder zur Mitte, nicht ungefährlich. Und das war eine gute Chance. Das ist der Ausgleich. 10. Spielminute. Die Grizzlies aus Wolfsburg gleichen zum 1:1. Hier bringt schon die Scheibe nicht unter Kontrolle. Dann kommt sie hier gefährlich vors Tor. Und am Ende steht Lauri Braun ganz einfach Goal. Richtig. Und die Aktion von Dumont. Scheibe zur Mitte gebracht. Das ist alles andere als ein Selbstläufer. Heute für die IV zu. Noch einmal das Tor. Der Schuss, der Abpraller. Dann steht Braun im Goal. Schreibt sich jetzt vor das Tor. Steht jetzt genau.
Zug's players back out onto the ice first at the Bossard Arena here in German-speaking Switzerland. And rocked back by two consecutive Grizzlies Wolfsburg goals by Lauren Brown and Tyler Morley, giving the Grizzlies the 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of action. Dario Simeon opened the scoring, but Morley putting the Grizzlies in front. Morley, who played in the CHL final last season, losing to Rögle with his team Tampere Tampere. But Morley more than canceling out Simeon's opening goal. You see Simeon on your screen there. And the Grizzlies trying to very much make this a three-horse race in Champions Hockey League Group B. Braun, the former Eisbären Berlin skater, ERC Ingolstadt. He joined the Grizzlies in the summer from the Krefeld Penguins after 3 seasons with Krefeld. As you see, Simeon on the ice to start this second period. And Mike Stewart has to be very happy with the way his team bounced back from the early Zug goal and loads of Zug pressure in the first half of the opening period. Zug in their home blue jerseys skating from left to right as the second period gets underway with a Wolfsburg faceoff win. Knocked in deep for Archibald to chase. In fact, I think the 2 Grizzlies players got in each other's way there. Zug the pass to Simeon. He wraps in deep for Strahlmeyer to play in the trapezoid. Stolen back by Zug. Trying to center the puck was Kovaj, the Zug captain. 2-time Czech Olympian Jan Kovaj as through center ice. Here's Marchini. One-timer faked along the far wall. Moved on by Kovaj. Traffic in front, but the pass never got through. Marchini swooping into the corner, but the pass all the way down the ice. And back to fetch is Nico Gross, the former 4th-round New York Rangers draft pick. Zug now. Pass dropped off. The shot! Sliding across Strahlmeyer, but the puck went into the corner. Big hit by O'Neill. Wolfsburg player slow to get up, and that stick save up over the glass. Out of play by Strahlmeyer. Mentioned that Strahlmeyer, the reigning DEL goaltender of the year, he also won that honor back in 2018 when he played with the Schwenninger Wild Wings. 6'4" Strahlmeyer. He's got a very long reach. See him, the wingspan, as he stretches from one goalpost to the other. And a very quick whistle. Dustin Jeffrey, a glimpse of him there, the former NHL player, mostly with the Pittsburgh Penguins, but also a few spells with the Dallas Stars and the Phoenix and then Arizona Coyotes. Zug, turnaround effort, diverted back to the point. Starting the first period the second period as they started the first. Zug, body saved by Strahlmeyer. The wraparound puck in front, and it's underneath Strahlmeyer. Zug thought they had equalized. Watch the play here. Behind the net came Fabrice Herzog. He hit the goalpost. That's why he was so shell-shocked. Herzog, the former Toronto Maple Leafs draftee in the NHL entry draft. Draw one back to the point. It's loose side of the net, wrapping the puck around, but off the side of the cage, and Strahlmeyer covers. The stuff attempt, the geometry wasn't quite there for Zug. Sven Sentler, I think, failing to take advantage. Sentler, who has played in every single CHL season thus far. It was him wrapping around the net. And you see he just came up a little bit short. Again, a very decent opportunity to knot this game up at 2 goals apiece. And then Wolfsburg forward, but we have a whistle. Was Dumont offside or possibly some other hanky-panky against Wolfsburg? 11 shots to 9 now for Zug. Remember, they were 6-1 up in that category back in the first period. TPS Turku now leading Olimpia Ljubljana 4-1. They were 1-0 behind in that game, but a 3-goal second period has put TPS in the box seat in Slovenia, and that the other game in this group. Play toward the net, and Strahlmeyer one save, another save on the doorstep, denying Dario Allenspach. After a good centering pass, Allenspach again into the corner past Dominic Bittner. Back to center ice, so Zug players must clear the Wolfsburg zone as Bittner banks off the backboard for Armin Wurm. Outlet pass by Braun was too far for Dumont. Geiser, Zug forward, but that's going to be icing against the Swiss team. And so Wolfsburg, they've weathered the early Zug pressure here in the second. Mike Stewart, former Körner High head coach. Played for 9 years in the Austrian League with Villach. Club into the CHL this season. Jordan Murray. Wolfsburg through center ice. Morley into the corner, supported by Klose. Simeon twisting, turning, freeing up some space for himself. Long outlet pass, then the second dish off the skate of Hofmann. There he is in the corner. Simeon nicely to the point. Hansen shoots. Glove save. Strahlmeier again. Nicholas Hansen in the top scorer's jersey. Hofmann and Murray tangling, and a couple of players have scored themselves into the net, which has been released from its moorings. We might have matching minors forthcoming. The feed from Simeon to Hansen, the former third-round Dallas Stars draft pick. I'm just old enough to want to say Dallas North Stars from their time in Minnesota. It's now, of course, the Minnesota Wild in the NHL. You see the Murray-Hofmann tangle. But the real fun was Mercer and Kovarj. Jan Kovarj, National League Most Valuable Player 2 seasons ago, and the playoff MVP this past season with 5 goals and 16 assists in Zug's 15 playoff games. He was the Czech Extraliga Most Valuable Player when Pilsen won the title back in 2013. He's been around the block quite a bit. He won the KHL title with Metalurg Magnitogorsk as well. Had the best KHL plus minus back in 2013-2014 season, plus 46. But he'll be watching on the open ice 4-on-4 skating. Puck back to the Zug blue line. It's Mercer and Kovarj taking a seat, at least momentarily. Pass feathered in by Hansen to Brian O'Neill. Now to Vladik. Around the houses he goes, the Slovakian Olympian and the American Olympian O'Neill. One-time shot, Simeon got in his own way. The Grizzlies forward, they've got a man streaking toward the net. The puck's not going to get to Jeffrey. You'd expect Zug to be the more creative and open ice, but it was Wolfsburg breaking forward after Simeon went down. Puck wrapped in deep beyond the reach of Strahlmeier, long though that reach is. Darren Archibald gives away. Simeon shooting, the glove save by Strahlmeier. Said he's got a long wingspan. Proving it there. It was actually Herzog taking the shot. That was ticketed toward the near post. But Strahlmeier doing very, very well. He played in 40 DEL games last season, a 2.07 goals against average, 930 save percentage, and 6 shutouts to his credit. Wolfsburg losing in the playoff semifinals in the DEL to Red Bull Munich, 3-0. There's Dominic Schlumpf dispossessed by Morley, who then gets tangled up. Schlumpf wins back the pass. They score! That is Herzog, this time able to beat Strahlmeyer from point-blank range, and it's 2-2. Fabrice Herzog tied for first in the NL regular season last year in goal scoring for Zug with 15. But all the work done by Sentler. Tenacious work in the face-off circle, getting around the attempted bump by Morley. Morley persisted. Sentler 1 out. And Herzog the easy finish to tie this game up. I mentioned earlier, Herzog drafted in the 5th round of the 2013 NHL entry draft by Toronto. As the puck goes behind the goal line, Herzog only played for 5 games with the Toronto Marlies of the AHL before returning to Europe. He was part of the DeVos team that made some inroads in the CHL. Former 2016 semifinalist DeVos, back to winning ways in Europe this season. Full drops off. We are back to 5-a-side skating, by the way, and a chance, but Simeon couldn't collect. And the other way, up the left wing, comes Archibald, playing a little bit too far for Dumont. 2 players wanting a whistle. Apparently the puck stayed in the surface. Verm centers, and the scoop goes wide off the backhand of the player down on the ice. I think that's Archibald. He's been in the wars in this game as Simeon counterattacking. The Zug shot doesn't get on target. End-to-end play, a chance here at the other side, and Giannoni able to make the stop. As released forward was Spencer McCotchek. Oh, beg your pardon, it was Rhett Rakshani. And you certainly feel there are plenty more goals available for both sides in this game. Sechlarik can't gain the Wolfsburg line. Puck towards Jeffrey, but just rolled away to the corner. End-to-end we continue. Marchini. Cross-ice pass, way out of his cage came Strahlmeyer, but the puck went behind the net. It's the Grizzlies' turn. Again, a man cutting in front. It was Krupp, the defenseman. Son of Uwe Krupp, the former Stanley Cup winner with the Colorado Avalanche. As another shot goes wide from Reichel. And that centering pass looking for Close was just ticked away. Close again in the corner. It's the Grizzlies' turn to get some concerted attack zone time, and that shot just whistled wide. With it is Kreis, but Zug cannot clear. Once more the opportunity, puck just not released by Morley, but a penalty forthcoming on Zug as the whistle does eventually blow. Whew, what a second period. It's 2-2, but the Grizzlies about to go 5-on-4 at the Bossard Arena in Zug.
Now we're going, boys. Now we're going.
Dominic Schlumpf committing the penalty. Schlumpf, who played in the 2018 Olympics in Pyeongchang. You see going down was Archibald. And then it was indeed Rakshani trying to go 5-hole, but he just missed the window.
I got two.
Hey, listen up. We're not telling you to dump the puck now. We're telling you to take responsibility for the puck. Don't force anything. Let the plays come to you. Take care of that puck. Plays will come to you. Sandy.
The former Linköping and Rögle head coach, Dan Tangnes, Norwegian, watching on his team now shorthanded, but Wolfsburg's passing does not connect. And Murray goes back before the Grizzlies come forward again. Morley crossing the corner to Dumont. Ooh, the one-timer whipped on by Rakshani, but he collects off the wall. Working away from Herzog, Rakshani. Still Red Rakshani, the dual American-Iranian citizen. It's Murray. Once again to Red Rakshani, and the tip down the ice. Well done. I think by Herzog. 1:14 left on the Zug penalty. Left wing forward comes Jeffrey. Slides around far wall to Morley. Ooh, and the pass by Makacek. Great idea, but didn't quite come off. Still though. Jeffrey behind the net in front, and Makacek stick tied up. And Zug able to clear. All the games now underway in the CHL, all of them at least into the second period of the 8 taking place tonight. More scores momentarily, but Wolfsburg on the attack. Puck below the goal line. Rodin couldn't control cleanly. You see steam between the rings, and now out to center, Kovarj the other way, 2-on-1 maybe. Hansen looking for Kovarj. Forced wide and must now just play a defensive sort of pass as Zug will try and kill off the rest of the Wolfsburg power play. Price down the ice. And he does just that. Back to 5 aside as we approach the halfway mark of this game. Very entertaining one it is as well. 2-2 between Zug and Wolfsburg. Archibald into the corner. Puck one to Dumont. Dumont cutting in front, but again, no shot. The other way, hard charging the Ceflotic. In deep for O'Neill. Nice passing, then the shot again. Strahlmeyer up to the task. Ceflotic. 14 goals for Avangard Omsk in the KHL last season, Ceflotic. Played 40 games with the Boston Bruins between 2016 and 2020. But can't beat Dustin Strahlmeyer on this occasion. He's now made 18 saves, Strahlmeyer. And Zug having one of those periods of dominance. Again, another shot on target. Strahlmeyer making the pad save. Archibald again takes a hit, and another, and he goes down. Recurring theme of this game for Darren Archibald. The seal by Vorm in his own corner. Grizzlies just back to the relative safety of center ice, but here's Nicholas Hansen again. Hansen in his 4th CHL season. Puck up to Leuenberger in his 4th European campaign as well. Leuenberger. That's good defensive stand-up work by Philip Maas, and he's in a tangle with Klingberg. Crowd wanting some sort of whistle in Zug's favor. They're not getting it. And he attempted forward pass to Pohl. Good idea. Didn't quite come off. Puck wrapped around far corner. Klingberg. Klingberg, another save, Strahlmeyer. Simpler. Stick save into the corner. And then at the other end, just offside, was Braun, possibly looking for his second goal of the game. With 8:32 left in the middle period. See Moss, ooh, and maybe the cross check missed against Armin Wurm. Wurm in his 14th year with the Grizzlies. Native of Füssen in Bavaria, far from the famous castle of Neuschwanstein. As Hofmann drops off in his own zone. With pass up to Hofmann. Simeon bumped. That's good physical work by Murray. Wolfsburg does well. We get beyond the red line. Makacek into the corner, 1 against 2, but still won the puck back, and then pass missed. Zug with numbers, possible 3-on-2. The shot off the body. And Strahlmeier, I think that was Marchini. And the Grizzlies happy to just ice the puck. And Zug very much in the ascendancy, trying to regain the lead they had back in the first period. Set SC Zurich of Switzerland leading GKS Katowice, the Poles, by 3-0. And Olimpia Ljubljana has just scored again on home ice against TPS Turkey. The other game in this group now 4-2 for TPS. Schlumpf for Zug. That's nicely worked. 2-on-1 here. O'Neill, but not a good pass to Marchini. Nicely worked though. Backhand in front, a soft save. That time by Leuenberger, but again you see Zug off the puck movement so good. Take another quick break at the Bossard Arena. Zug in control, but still 2-2 on the scoreboard.
Listen up, we're telling the forwards now, make sure we got an F1 and an F3 on the forecheck here. Every time they win the puck, taking off with a weak side forward, going puck up. Just be aware, make sure we change when we have the puck, right? Just be aware of it, change when we have the puck. Right, stays.
Face-off draw forthcoming to the left of Dustin Strahlmeier, the 30-year-old German goaltender who has very much been at the center of so much attention. 21 shots now on goal for Zug. Right point now, Hansen flings in front. Another save made by Strahlmeier. Not sure he knew all that much about it. Seflatic back to Hansen. Diverted to the corner. Seflatic loses out to Foal. Krug, that's a slightly dangerous pass. Stolen far wall Marchini for Zug. There's O'Neill. Seflatic to Marchini. Now the puck given away, and Wolfsburg softly flipping forward, and they will make a few changes. Nico Gross. Zug got through the neutral zone. Need to chase Sentler. Centering effort cut out. Herzog though back to the right point, and Use. In front on the doorstep. Oh, Sentler can't do anything with the puck from about 3 feet out. But off the wall, Use in front. The tip. Strahlmeier the save. The rebound fired wide. Point blank from Yannick Zander. And down to the ice slid Herzog. Still Zug pressing. Turnaround shot, Strahlmeyer, the Velcro save. But Zug ramping up the pressure still further. That was the Sentler play on the doorstep. You see the powerful stick work of Yannick Merzer to deny him the chance. Like a little arm wrestle, but with sticks at ice level. Soft chip pass forward, onside. Shuffled along by Dumont. Zug though back to the Wolfsburg blue line. 5.5 minutes left in the second period. And Dumont stuck in treacle at the Zug blue line, so icing the call against the Grizzlies. Close look there at Dominik Schlumpf. Set a new personal best for points in an NL season last year. The Swiss League was 16. Played in the 2018 Olympics, did Schlumpf. Another grasping save. That was Gross, teasing more good glove work out of Strahlmeyer. You see the stats for Strahlmeyer. He's already faced 5 more shots than he did in the entirety of his previous CHL game against Olympia. And even as I'm talking, another shot comes on target, which Strahlmeyer has to deal with. Battle in front of the Wolfsburg bench. Puck dug free to Hansen for Zug. And now Simeon. Open ice on the left wing. Nicely feathered pass to Hansen. Hansen tries to pass in front. It turns into a shot, which Strahlmeyer had to kick away. Kovarj back from Hansen now. To the point, Marchini. Marchini, great stick work for him. In deep, Hansen tries to flip in. The save made inside of the net. Strahlmeyer can cover. Marchini. I mean, you see the idea for Hansen. He's got no net to shoot out, so try and bank it in off the goaltender. Good idea. Hoffman wondering why his team isn't in front, I think, on the Zug bench. Zug wins the face-off draw. Hughes plays along. Into the corner to Vladik. And the tip out through center ice by Full. Back goes Geiser for Zug. 4:19 left in the second. Zug forward, just slid along by Hughes. Mentioned Hughes, Stanley Cup winner with Washington. His dad, longtime NHLer with the likes of Detroit, New York Rangers. Forward comes Sander, shoots, and another body saves Strahlmeyer. And again, no rebound given. Strahlmeyer's rebound control has been excellent this evening. It's needed to be with so many Zug players lurking around the blue paint on his end of the ice. Draw pinched by Mercer. And careless handling by Dumont. But no icing as Giannoni into the trapezoid. Leonardo Giannoni has made the most CHL saves out of any goaltender, but at the other end, Strahlmeyer forced to make another stop. Not much eventual wood on the shot, but a penalty shot has been signaled. Sentler driving to the net, impeded with, and Sven Sentler is going to have a penalty shot after this infraction by Yannick Merzer. And that is a tough call to make. That could go either way for my money. But Sven Sentler drawing the penalty shot that could give Zug the advantage. Sentler scores! In off the pipe. The fourth career CHL goal for Sven Sentler, and Zug back in front. Nothing fancy in the end from Sentler. Took up his shooting position. Strahlmeyer went low with the blocker and just beat him over the top of his right hand. And Sentler, who has been with Zug since he left ZSC Zurich back in 2015. He played in the first two CHLs with Zurich. And a very strong playoffs last year in the National League. 3 goals and 6 assists after a relatively mundane regular season. And Zug now out shooting the Grizzlies, would you believe, 28-10. 17-1 here in the second period. And no wonder that they have managed to move from 2-1 down to 3-2 in front. Grizzlies play the puck forward. Hansen bumped in deep by Brown. Wolfsburg needs some more inspiration like they discovered in the first period from Brown and Tyler Morley, giving them the 2 goals that had Wolfsburg in front going into the first intermission. Now it's center ice, Makacek bumped down. Support from Brown. He was bumped though. Zug trying to break out. Drag back a shot, and that off the side of the twine. Backspin on that puck, but calmly controlled by Kreis. Krupp back across to Zajac. Nearly gives away. Slightly fortuitous there as Krupp might try his luck again. Still can't escape the zone. Savage picked up, played in deep for Hoffman. And then that puck very casually given away, but second life is through center ice came Morley. Puck banked in deep. Touched back, but Hoffman got to it first. And here's Kovarj. Kovarj forced to go wide, and the impetus on that rush was stopped. Marchini into the fray. Morley now for the Grizzlies. And that's just offside. I think Wolfsburg trying to execute a line change, and the player leaving the ice with the short changes in the second period did so from an offside position. So slightly careless. And Baron Berlin has just picked up a second equalizer on home ice against the 4-time European champions for Lunda. It's 2-2 in the German capital. Lunda, big winner in the first picture between those two sides last week, as whistle blows with 1:29 left. Darren Archibald's not happy about something. And that's because he is going to the penalty box. Thus far, it's not been a game that Archibald's going to want to remember for too long. The former Vienna Capitals player. And in the NHL with the Vancouver Canucks, very briefly the Ottawa Senators, Archibald. He will hope to remain in the penalty box for the rest of the second period as Zug gives away off the faceoff win. McCodcheck, 1 against 3. And the other way comes Brian O'Neill. O'Neill wrapping the puck around to the far side, but missing everybody. Dumont. Short-handed break forward for Wolfsburg. And down to the ice goes McCodcheck. That's going to be a Zug penalty. Clear-cut trip. Good short-handed work by McCodcheck and Hansen. Pretty obvious penalty call for my money. And so Nicholas Hansen, who has not yet added to his CHL leading 6 points in the game. As you see, Chilonic, that was the reason that Archibald whistled for the penalty. So more four-side skating for the second time in this game. Behind his net, Geiser to Kovage. Inside the final minute of the period. Long pass, eventually off the skate of Jordan Murray across to Zajac. Some space for Wolfsburg to attack now. Morley left the puck behind himself, picked up by Simeon. Who opened the scoring at 4:47 of the first period. Simeon, one-time shot, rising, missing off the twig of Geiser. Might have taken a slight deflection on its way over the crossbar. Here's Murray holding just inside the line. Forward to Zajac. Not the cleanest cross-ice pass. Period about to end. Puck loose, the turnaround shot. Giannoni the save. It's gloved out of harm's way. And that does just enough to take us to the second intermission as Murray now tangling with Schlumpf. The two defensemen squaring up as Zajac also in a tangle with Simeon as calmer, cooler heads finally prevail. You see the opportunity. Zajac, the turnaround shot for Baudin. And then Murray refusing to give an inch to Dominic Schlumpf. So, 1 period to go. Zug dominating the second period. They lead 3-2 over the Grizzlies with 20 minutes of hockey remaining at the Ballstart Arena in Zug.
Beide Teams haben 4 Feldspieler auf dem Eis. Zug macht dies aber ausgezeichnet. Wolfsburg lässt sich hier die Scheibe abnehmen und das ist der Ausgleich. Herrlich gemacht. Fabrice Herzog. Fertig vors Tor. Hier Schlumpf. Und dann haben sie ihn eigentlich. Tyler Morley lässt sich vom Centerler hier die Scheibe abknöpfen. auf Herzog. Herrliches Spiel. 25. Minute, der EV Zug gleich aus. Hauptverantwortlich hier Tyler Morley, der darf sich hier den Puck doch nicht so abknüpfen lassen. Herzog dankt. Zug gleich auf. Eine Strafe stoppen. Seinem Stopp besser gesagt, Führung zu gehen. Sven Sendeler mit der Chance zum Führungsfeld. Wow, souverän! Fertig gemacht von Sven Sendeler, lässt hier das Team Strahlmeier keine Chance. Sendeler mit seinem zweiten Scorerpunkt. Feldspieler auf dem Eis. Zug macht dies aber ausgezeichnet. Wolfsburg. Er lässt sich hier die Scheibe abnehmen und das ist der Ausgleich. Herrlich gemacht. Fabrice Herzog. Fertig vors Tor. Hier, Schluss. Und dann haben sie ihn eigentlich. Tyler Morley lässt sich von Senterler hier die Scheibe abknöpfen und Senterler zur Mitte auf Herzog. Herrliches Spiel. 25. Minute, der EV Zug gleicht aus. Hauptverantwortlich hier Tyler Morley. Der darf sich hier den Pack noch nicht so abknüpfen lassen. Herzog dankt. Zug gleicht aus. Eine Strafe stoppen. Seinem Stopp besser gesagt, Führung zu geben. Sven Senterler mit der Chance zum Führungsfeld. Wow, souverän! Fertig gemacht von Sven Senterler, lässt hier das Team Schnallmeier keine Chance. Senterler mit seinem zweiten Torerpunkt.
One period left at the Bossard Arena in Zug. And the home team coming off of a second period in which Zug outshot Grizzlys Wolfsburg 27-3. They lead 3-2. Heroic performance thus far from Dustin Strahlmeyer in the Grizzlies' goal. Sven Senteler, the assist on Fabrice Herzog's goal to tie things up at 2 goals apiece. And then the penalty shot drawn from Yannick Merzer of the Grizzlies, committing the infraction that sent Senteler in on goal to score the penalty shot, which has put Zug in front. We will start the third period skating 4-side before a very brief Wolfsburg power play. Just 3 games of the 8 on the CHL docket tonight still underway. TPS Turku has sealed the deal against Olimpia Ljubljana. 4-2, TPS the winners. So here in Group B, Turku up to 6 points. Currently tied with Zug. Elsewhere, Red Bull Munich 5-4 winners over Rapperswil Jona, the Lakers from Switzerland, on an overtime goal scored by Austin Ortega. Not, I think, the first ever CHL point for Rapperswil Jona. But let's focus our attention back here in Switzerland. The Grizzlies and Zug starting the third period. And the Grizzlies find some offense. Well, losing his stick was Braun. And here's Hofmann charging up the left wing. Hofmann, body saved by Strahlmeier. Fairly straightforward, but it's not the way he wants to see this period continue. As Geiser, Kovarj, Geiser reaching, holding, shooting, that cannon off the leg of Bittner. And back to center comes Rakshani for the Grizzlies. Out of the box comes Darren Archibald. We skate 5-on-4 for 19 seconds. Tied up Geiser, but Zug is able to clear the puck down the length, and that should just about do it. Zajac back. Wolfsburg forward. Good aggressive back checking by Carl Klingberg. Back to 5-a-side we skate. Puck in front, and Giannoni will cover. Away from the attention of Tyler Morley. SC Zurich now leading Katowice 4-0. That game and this one started basically at the same time as each other. And the late game in Berlin, 2-2 after 2 between the Eisbären and Frölunda Gothenburg. Earlier wins for Manfield HK, Tappara, and Rögle. That brings you up to date with today, game day 3 in the Champions Hockey League. As Wurm slowed up. Puck played far side. Bittner backhands onward. Puck taken by Mikacek, side of the net. Holding, puck deflected. Mikacek can't dig free. Behind the net it goes. That was dangerous momentarily for Zug. Still Wolfsburg. As Wurm sealed into the corner glass. Kreis drops back, and Wolfsburg vacates the Zug zone to make some changes. Onside forward goes Herzog toward the far side corner. Herzog absorbed those hits well. Puck high in the air, now bounces down at the feet of Braun. Up to Dumont, forward for Wolfsburg. Jean-Christophe Baudin alongside Dumont, but the puck wrested free. Zug on the counter. It's played around 3 boards to the near side. Zug back through center, chipping and chasing himself is Braun. Zug up the center through Hofmann. Strahlmeier plays the puck and nearly catastrophically gave it away. I think he banked it off the leg of one of his own teammates. It could have gone anywhere, but Giannoni now the other end of the ice. Slightly more assured stick handling. Krupp away from the forechecking Kovarj, but Zug back with the puck in the neutral zone. Kovarj the cross-ice pass. Just over 3 minutes gone in this third and final period. Strahlmeier to Wurm. Up to Mikacek. Former third-round Atlanta Thrashers draft pick, Spencer Mikacek. Played briefly with the Winnipeg Jets as they became later on. That off the side of the cage. Attempted stuff, the puck loose, and it will eventually be covered by Strahlmeier. Another moment of danger for Strahlmeier and the Grizzlies. See this puck. This was the clearance. Well, actually, it was gloved down very nicely by Simeon. I thought at first that Strahlmeier had shot it into one of his own players, and there was the chance for Leuenberger. Just couldn't stuff home, and Strahlmeier eventually able to pounce. Mercer up to the red line, but no farther. Zug up to 40 shots on goal now in the game. Back goes Morley. Here's Archibald. It's a good pass. Wolfsburg forward, long shot. No, that was an intentional pass off the backboards, but once again, in this game, Darren Archibald goes down. Morley now with the puck. Zug takes it, and here's O'Neill. Very briefly, a New Jersey Devil earlier in his career, O'Neill. To the corner goes Sander. Zajac loses out below the goal line to Herzog. Herzog trying to turn but can't. Good support by Zajac defensively, trying to tidy up his own error. It's Hansen hacking. Too far for Herzog this time. Wolfsburg has been a little bit too predictable in this game, I'd say, by and large. Need to find a flash of inspiration from somewhere as Hoffman forward, stick handling, Strawmeyer again. Wolfsburg looking towards Jeffrey at center ice, but now back to Bittner. Bittner, a late arrival on the international hockey scene, played in the Olympics this past February and the previous 2 World Championships as well. At ages 29 and 30, he played in his first 2 international tournaments, Dominic Bittner. Vroom now. Support from Maas. 5.5 minutes gone in the third. Grizzlies forward. Long shot to the near side corner. Markshani. Now Mercer into the corner. Shoved along the far side. Makacek finds the trailer. Baudin, his shot deflected. Big rebound. Giannoni, not the tightest rebound control there. Gets away with it as Zug forward. Leuenberger swiveling. Into the corners. Klingberg goes down and a penalty forthcoming against Wolfsburg. I think it's Nolan Zajac. He will go to the penalty box, and a power play coming up after the power break with Zug leading 3-2 over the Grizzlies from Wolfsburg. Definitely facial contact of some sort there by Zajac.
Wait a minute, first and puck. First on puck,
we go.
there. 5 guys close to each other.
Zug back on the power play for the 3rd time this evening. 0 for 2 thus far, but they did, of course, have the penalty shot converted by Sentler to give the home team the lead here at the Bostard Arena. Zug forward, good work by O'Neill. The shot, the save, the puck trapped by Strawmeyer again. Brian O'Neill, a skilled player for many years. 6 years with Jokerit. 268 points in 311 KHL games, I should say. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Opportunity for Morley. Turnaround shot. It's fired wide. Then the stuff attempt by Dumont went behind the net. Good start to the Grizzlies penalty kill as Marchini drops backwards. And Grizzlies return the puck with interest all the way down the ice. Giannoni playing into the corner to Use, and I realize I've hardly said Leonardo Giannoni's name for long stretches of this game. 43 shots to 12 for Zug over Wolfsburg. Trying to increase that tally here. Puck below the goal line. Kovarj takes the return feed as well. Moves back to Use. Kovarj. Use again. Very international power play unit, but Use the mistake at the Wolfsburg line. Kovarj holding, passing in deep. Strahlmeier in a tangle for once as Sentler now pivots. Kovarj, puck in front, and it's swept to safety down the ice with only 12 seconds left in the penalty to Zajac. Under 12 minutes left in regulation time. And Schlumpf forward, but Zajac back into the fray. We once again skate 5 aside as Krupp clears, but that should be icing and whistled as such. With 11:38 left in the third. See that awkward puck. I don't think Strahlmeier knew anything about the initial save. Fluttered after a slight touch, I think. And there you see the XG stats. Zug dominating this game very much as those numbers would suggest. But for now, still just the 1 goal in this game. Schlumpf from the point. Again, Strahlmeier in the way. It remains incredibly intriguing, the action on the ice. You do feel if Zug can get 1 more goal, the floodgates could open still further. Centering pass didn't connect. Full for Wolfsburg. Crisp pass. The shot, though, didn't get through from Rakshani. Rakshani now 34 years of age, one of the oldest players on the ice. And that shot dropped by Giannoni. Then he drags it back to cover it up. Slightly curious goaltending again from Giannoni. Giannoni, the reigning Jacques Plante Award holder. He's the best goaltender in Switzerland, but maybe the lack of action he's been seeing is not contributing to his sharpness. Face-off draw 1 though to Hansen for Zug. Krupp backtracking into his own zone. Puck now forward, touched on, so no icing. Centering pass, blind look, and didn't connect with anyone. Saflatic onside, but Krupp there first for Wolfsburg. Over the red line, onside. Giannoni passes to Gross. He turns around. Use, good entry pass. So he's trying to make something happen again. That shot off the glove of Strahlmeier and down this time, but nobody for Zug able to grasp the rebound. Kovarj playing up at the left point. Now Use in deep. It's all O'Neill, beg your pardon, back to Use. And now Kovarj far corner. Past the halfway mark in the third. Wolfsburg now. Zajac. Very famous brother, Nolan Zajac. Travis, who played 15 years with the New Jersey Devils in the NHL. Now, puck to Herzog. Fabrice Herzog in left wing. Can't get cleanly around Dustin Jeffrey. Mercer loses out in the corner from the point. And guess what? The puck clutched to the chest of Dustin Strahlmeyer again. Darren Archibald. 9 years, 450 games he played in the American Hockey League. Darren Archibald, a Newmarket, Ontario native, just north of Toronto. Mercer, alongside Murray. Wolfsburg scrambles the puck forward, but they need to start generating some offensive chances to give themselves a chance of getting something out of this building here tonight. Any points could be so valuable at the end of this CHL group stage. Sharp ankle shot through the blue paint off the deflection. Far side, Herzog. His pocket was picked. Near corner, Dumont leaves for the on-rushing Zajac. But Sentler does well in his own defensive zone. Sven Sentler, the solo move, the shot fired wide. Centers, stick by Strahlmeyer, the rebound still loose. Now comes near side. The glass buckles under the weight of Nico Gross. Calm defensive work from Krupp. And he finds Zajac. 8 minutes left in the third period. Oh, and what have we here? Dumont in front! Save Giannoni! And the puck stuck to him without him realizing. But Lucas Dumont, that was the opportunity for the Grizzlies' new boy to make a real mark on CHL Group B. Dumont behind the defense, but Giannoni stood firm and keeps the score 3-2 for 2.
Listen, but I need that righty. Do me. Puck hits in net. Just listen. Puck hits the ice. I need you back post. You're going forward. I need you high.
Slightly exasperated sounding Mike Stewart on the Wolfsburg bench. His team facing one of the most experienced CHL outfits before the start of this season. 81 combined years of CHL experience in the squad. Livio Stadler not even involved in this game tonight, even though he scored goals in Zug's first 2 group games last week. Puck dumped in by Hughes. And it's into his own corner. Morley, the Grizzlies will want Morley to be up patrolling the other end of the ice, really, but here's Rakshani. Does well, but forced to shove to the corner. Morley back to the left point, but no one there. Yannick Mercer having a somewhat difficult game. He goes off the ice. Near side, Rakshani. Delayed penalty forthcoming. Grizzlies will retreat. Extra skater on, and there the puck taken away for the whistle. But this could be the chance for Wolfsburg with 6:55 left in the third. Over to the penalty box. Is it Kovarj? Yes, it is. Jan Kovarj, the Zug captain, into the sin bin. And can Wolfsburg, despite being outshot 46-14 now in the game, somehow find a late equalizing goal? They win the faceoff draw cleanly. Murray's pass. He's going to get it back. Not clean to Archibald. Puck far side. Rakshani too far for him. And Zug coming forward shorthanded. Pass rolling away from Tiflotic, but in the corner still. Big hit cleaning out O'Neill. Grizzlies forward, maybe 3-on-2. Makachek in front. He goes down. The puck to the corner. Makachek up somewhat slowly, but he's still lurking. Makachek can't find the puck. He was knocked down to the ice again by Hansen. But still, Wolfsburg back up top. 1:16 left in the 5-on-4. Rakshani now. Rakshani, the give and go. The pass. And the shot didn't get through. Good block by the sprawling Hansen. Rakshani. Cross ice. The puck. That was a good one-time opportunity. But still, Rakshani, the pass to Tyler Morley. He comes up top. Long wrist shot. Wide to Giannoni. Archibald still lurking. Rakshani again. Plenty of pressure being exerted on Zug now. Morley shoots, scores! Second goal of the game for Tyler Morley, and Wolfsburg has leveled things up at 3 goals apiece. Tyler Morley, after 3 assists last week in the CHL for Wolfsburg, just moving toward the face-off ring, releasing a firm wrist shot. Archibald, the solid screen. But look at the snipe by Morley. The Burnaby, British Columbia native, lights the lamp. And what are the officials discussing here? They're going to review this goal. I don't know if it's a question of goaltender interference. I certainly didn't see anything from Archibald that would suggest that would be the problem. It certainly seems, to me at least, as though Wolfsburg has tied this game up on the power play. But let's make absolutely sure with the Slovakian Martin Jobagi and the experienced German Daniel Pichaksek. Onto the hood and looking. Archibald just standing still. Perfectly entitled to be in that position. Yeah, what can you fault about that? It's a quick review. God, I think this goal is going to be confirmed. And there it is. So the 6th career CHL goal for Tyler Morley. Former University of Alaska Fairbanks skater. The site of the first ever game I commentated on ice hockey back in my college days on the winter solstice. 4 hours of daylight in Fairbanks, Alaska in the deepest part of winter. And the Grizzlies, a shock tying goal on the balance of play. Zug with 32 more shots on goal than Wolfsburg, and yet here we are tied up. Still plenty of time for that to change with 5 minutes left in the 3rd period. Sander back to the point. Now near corner, pinching in is Geiser. Below the goal line, Sentler. Forced into the corner by Bittner. Wolfsburg player, Bittner goes down. Plenty of physical contact. The puck eventually pops free to a Wolfsburg stick. And they will make changes. Zug will do likewise as Kreis on the dish far side. His opposite number, Zajac, able to clear Wolfsburg's lines. Now on comes Leuenberger. He stops on a dime. Played below the goal line. Trying to find a bit of space. Klingberg in front. Pinballs right to the stick of Zajac. Hansen kept at the right point. Inside the final 4 minutes of regulation time. Zug now turning the screw. Leuenberger to the left point. Banked in deep for Klingberg. He's held up. Now centers. Puck loose and played at least as far as the point. Hansen tries his look again. That was deflected. Great look and the body save Strahlmeier. Great vision. Find the passing route there to Hofmann, but another save by the big German. Zug again forward, back to the left point. Kovar shoots. Body save Strahlmeier again. Twisting, turning, juice. Can't hack out of the air. Hofmann. And the Grizzlies able to clear. Back goes Hansen with 3:03 left in the third. All the threes at the Bossard Arena in German-speaking Switzerland. Geiser through center ice. Shoots Sechladik. Crowd a little bit pensive now in Zug. Knocked down the ice. Icing waved off. Dangerous, slow pass. It's going to come back to the point. The long shot wide from Wurm. And Rakshani into the corner after nearly pinching the puck at point-blank range. Wurm out of the near corner with 2:17 left in the third period. Wolfsburg, they couldn't snatch a late winner, could they? The shot off the left pad of Giannoni. Long effort from Bittner. And then the outlet pass the other way to Zander. Has Herzog cutting to the net. Herzog, the save made! Puck in the air, and it's handled below the goal line. Perfectly legally. Strahlmeier, another huge stop in this game for the Grizzlies. Final 2 minutes. Wolfsburg can break out. They'll make a few changes as into forecheck goes Archibald. Late drama in store as Zug ices with 93 seconds left on the clock. Great pass, Zander to Herzog, but he just got a little bit too deep. Unable to release the shot. Right there, the puck on its edge, you see, and good work by Strahlmeier to just narrow the angle ever so slightly. Got his stick along the ice to make the stop. The puck popped up high in the air. And luckily for Strahlmeier, one of his teammates saw it and gloved it out of the way first. Can Zug get a late winner in regulation? No, not yet. Baudin can't clear his lines. Penalty forthcoming. Puck is touched up by Krupp, and with 1:06 left in regulation, we've got a high stick called, I think. Watch it here, Schlumpf. Yeah, up with the twig of Makacek. And so the Grizzlies captain, just after his team has scored a power play goal with the Zug captain in the penalty box. You see the stick riding high. It's an easy call to make. It's almost the only sort of call you would see at this stage of the game. And Makacek, you've got to be stick disciplined at all times. And can Zug win it here? Grizzlies waiting for one extra skater to come out onto the ice. It's not 5-on-3, it's 5-on-4. With a $1:06 to go. Face-off draw, one by Zug. Hansen the shot fake. Far side, Sechladik behind the net. Gets it back from O'Neill. Hansen shot and a save. No rebound given by Strahlmeyer on what is Zug's 48th shot of the game. Herzog scored Zug's second goal. Put them in front for the first time here this evening. Zug another face-off draw win. Here's Hansen. One-time shot. That hit off the leg of Murray for Wolfsburg. Hansen centers. Now played back to the point. 37 seconds left in regulation. Marchini in deep. Side of the net. Wolfsburg holding grimly on. Marchini to Hansen. 20 seconds left in regulation. Far side Sechladik. Loose lumber as Marchini. Round and round we go. Marchini winds, but that shot blocked by Bittner. 7 seconds left. Still looking Sechladik at the skates of Marchini. The shot didn't get through, and we will go to overtime. Huh. So the perfect record in Group B for EV Zug will come to an end. We will have overtime in a moment with Zug still on the power play. But what a result for the Grizzlies. At least 1 point now in the bank. And how crucial that could be at the end of Group B. The fancy tablets now as part of your coaching procedures. It's not your grandfather's hockey coaching, that's for sure. As you see, Mike Stewart knows that his club has to dodge this 4-on-3 power play bullet. We'll start the overtime 4-on-3. We will get to 4-on-4 if Zug cannot convert on the power play, and then at the next stoppage after that, we will skate 3-on-3. 5 minutes of sudden death overtime, followed by a 5 shooters aside penalty shootout if required. Katowice has just scored a consolation goal up the road in Zurich. Looks like ZSA is going to win by 5-1. And Eisbär and Berlin still 2 goals apiece against Frölunda Gothenburg. So the other German club still in action tonight following Red Bull Munich's overtime win. We could have 3 different overtime games involving German clubs in the CHL today. Ready for the start of overtime. The face-off draw, one back to Bittner for the Grizzlies. 49 seconds left. A 4-on-3 power play time to kill. Hughes. Left wing, Hoffman with a head of steam. Across to Simeon. Back to the point. Hughes. Once again, Hoffman. Holding is Kovac. Passes, but didn't get across to the lurking Simeon. And the Grizzlies clear with only 13 seconds left of 4-on-3 action. Hoffman. Zug forward, the shot, they score! The power play winner for Dario Simeon. He scored the first goal in this game. He scores the very last as well. And Zug, the overtime win by 4-3. Dan Tangnes looking unfazed on the Zug bench. His team had the time for one more power play rush, and they managed to make it count. Hofmann carried, dropped to Simeon, and Simeon the drag back, the shot very similar to the goal he scored in the first period. And Strahlmeier, who did so well all night, it was the 50th and final shot of the game for Zug that proved to be the game winner. What a night for Dario Simeon, now 20 career CHL goals. Breathless game comes to an end. I'm Darren Kilfera. Thanks for being with us in the CHL tonight. Zug the winners, 4-3 in overtime over Grizzlys Wolfsburg. So long, everyone.
Das sei eine Belohnung für die letzte starke Saison. Warum haben Sie sich heute jetzt nicht mit einem Sieg belohnt? Denn der Auftritt, der war mehr als okay, würde ich sagen. Mike Stewart, Sie haben im Vorfeld der Champions Hockey League gesagt, das sei eine Belohnung für die letzte starke Saison. Warum haben Sie sich heute jetzt nicht mit einem Sieg belohnt? Denn der Auftritt, der war mehr als okay, würde ich sagen.
Ja, wäre schön gewesen, aber ganz ehrlich, die ersten 6 Minuten vom ersten Drittel, wir waren schon schläfrig. Zug hat mehr Scheibenanteil, hat mehr Kontrolle über das Spiel gesehen gehabt. Aber dann, letzte 14 Minuten vom ersten Drittel, wir sind im Schwung gekommen. Wir haben mehr aggressiv gespielt, haben mehr Scheiben gewonnen und letztendlich die Tore geschossen. Im 2-1 nach 20 Minuten, das war eigentlich in Ordnung. Im zweiten Drittel Zug ist rausgekommen, wieder Feuerwehr. Und ganz ehrlich, Strahlmeier hat einige Top-Saves gemacht. Und dann im letzten Drittel ist es 3-2, wir zugestanden. Die Jungs haben gekämpft und gebattelt und durch ein Powerplay-Tor, wir waren wieder im Rennen. Leider nur einen Punkt. Wir haben in Minderheit das allerletzte Gegentor gefressen. Aber ich muss sagen, die Jungs haben hart gearbeitet und einen Punkt auswärts gegen Zug. Wir wollten mehr, aber wir werden dann den einen Punkt mitnehmen.
Ja, und ich würde sagen, Sie sind mittendrin statt nur dabei in dieser Gruppe.
Ja, das stimmt. Das ist ja das. In der Champions League ist es ein Marathon, es ist kein Sprint. Und wir müssen es einfach Tag für Tag nehmen. Nächste Herausforderung steht um die Ecke, weil am Samstag wir spielen in Ljubljana.
Mike Stewart, besten Dank.
Vielen Dank. Danke, Männer. Mach's gut, ja.
Dan Tangnes, the first period was tough for you, but in the second period you dominated this game, and finally you need overtime to win. How do you explain this game?
I think you summarized it pretty good. I think we started off really strong first 5 minutes, and then momentum changed and they got back in the game. Then we had a really strong second period, and I think we had enough chances to earn the win over 60 minutes, but that's hockey. You have to make sure you stay consistent over 60 minutes, but happy that we could get the 2 points in overtime.
After the first period, it was the first time in this Champions League that you were led by an opponent. What did you say to your team?
No, I think every team is early stage in the process, and I think all teams so far are mixing some good things with some things we want to clean up, but we just try to focus on our game and making sure that we cleaned up some stuff in our game that we didn't like the last 10 minutes of the first, but I like the response in the second, and overall I think we played a pretty good game overall.
Thank you, Dan. Tyler Murray, what a game tonight. It was close between Zug and Wolfsburg.
Yeah, that was a lot better game from us than last week against them. So, yeah, it was a tough loss for us, but we were right there with them. So it was good building group for us.
You scored 2 goals tonight, but it wasn't enough for the win.
No, they had a power play and they made a nice shot there to win it there. So we played hard, we played well, we had our chances. Our goalie played really well. I mean, he stopped a lot of goals for us. So. That's why he's back there, and like I said, it's just good for our team to be right there. It just could have gone either way, so we build on that and go to Ljubljana for Saturday.
A word on those fans behind me, the Wolfsburg fans. They made quite a lot of noise and a few there, but it's important for you.
Yeah, that's awesome for us. It's support like we want. We love the fans. We play for the fans, obviously, so yeah, to have them to check down here is unfortunate we didn't get them to win, but hopefully we get it for them on Saturday.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you.
Sven Sentler, herzliche Gratulation. Im dritten Spiel gibt es den dritten Sieg für den EV Zug. Heute ist aber die Gegenwehr von Wolfsburg doch recht immens gewesen, würde ich sagen.
Ja, ich würde auch sagen, es war ein gutes Spiel, hart umkämpft. Ich glaube, wir haben wieder ein gutes Spiel gezeigt. Vielleicht nicht ganz so clever wie die ersten 2 Spiele, aber schlussendlich, glaube ich, kann man sagen, verdient gewonnen. Ja.
Das ist ein unglaubliches Schussplus für eure Mannschaft, auch ein Chancenplus. Sie machen es jetzt fest, dass ihr nicht so clever sind. Ist das das Einzige, was heute ein bisschen gefehlt hat?
Ja, ich glaube, im zweiten Drittel haben wir ein bisschen Ping-Pong-Hockey gespielt. Wir haben ihnen auch ein bisschen Rush-Chances gegeben. Und ich glaube, das war nicht so unser Spiel, aber ich würde sicher sagen, eben, offensiv haben wir viel gezeigt, viel kreiert, viel Schüsse. Und ich glaube, an einem guten Tag geht auch eine mehr. Ja.
Nach über 4 Monaten wieder mal ein Pflichtspiel hier in der Bossart Arena. Wie viel Spass macht Champions Hockey League zu spielen hier in Zug?
Ja, es war cool. Ja. Speziell auch gegen so Gegner, die du nicht so kennst. Und auch der Trip jetzt auf Wolfsburg und auf Turku ist cool. Ich meine, es macht Spass. Und die Fans wieder im eigenen Stadion, ja, super Abend. Ja.
Wird die Vorfreude sehr gross sein jetzt auf Turku?
Ja, ich glaube schon. Ja. Gutes Team, junges Team. Und ich glaube, sie haben letztes Mal auch gut gespielt. Wir haben super gespielt, würde ich sagen. Und ich glaube, das versuchen wir nochmal machen.
Sven Sentler, Gratulation und besten Dank.
Super, danke.